I know, this is okay.
And this is not a spring chicken. You know, we are laughing because, see, part of it is, one of the things that happens when you cover news all the time, sometimes you hear things that are so utterly ridiculous. Now, if you thought it was crazy, oh, yes, that Swiss bank with their guidelines for dressing, we have something.
What women could wear, what women couldn't wear, but you could wear, you had to wear black during your time of the month, though. You couldn't wear black underwear at any other time of the month, except when you're that time of the month, you had to wear black. And
then you had to have your glasses cleaned.
Yeah.
I mean,
you had to have your handkerchief in your jacket pocket.
Oh, was it? I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw some of the highlights.
There was 44 pages of things that people had to do with that bank, which basically lasted until it got into the press. And basically,
well, it did give them a uniform appearance, right? Well, no, they probably hired people all about the same height, same look. And you might as well just like clone them.
Hey, it's understandable in every country but the United States that people actually dress for work. In the United States, they have seemed to have forgotten. I mean, my God, awful. I mean, a British lawyer wouldn't know what to do in an American law firm. They're walking around with short sleeve shirts and shorts and sandals. That is not how you do business anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the world but the United States. Go to Japan and never see a guy wearing a jacket without a jacket on. They wear their jackets when they're relaxing. And the women all wear business attire. In Russia, they wear business attire. In the Arab countries, they wear business attire to do business. In the United States, you know, it could be a t-shirt with holes in it, you know, torn shorts. That could be, you know, a Supreme Court justice. So, but we're talking about that. Which this is not funny. I mean, it really is going on.
We joke about it, and it's like it's really kind of funny, like this could happen, but this is really going on because what happened yesterday on CNN?
CNN apologized for a guest that came on and said, replace, or remove. It was removed. He said we must remove that, which basically is a violation of the CNN new guides for what is allowable to be said on the network. They were going to give pamphlets to people that come on the show to explain to them you cannot say words now, which is I mean, this is the press, folks. I mean, I grew up in an era when freedom of the press was considered to be very important because, you know, certainly they said, you know, the freedom of the press goes to those people that own the presses, but in the case when I was growing up, the presses were actually owned by a lot of powerful people that wanted to get the truth out there. The truth being, what you know, what they would report. It wasn't one of these things. They just threw a story out there, let it slam against a wall, and you decide what the truth is. Well, no, that's not journalism. That's just basically, you know, like some guy running a scandal paper. You know, that basically, well, it's possible, it may be, and it might. It used to be who, what, when, where, and how, but now it is. Maybe, might, and probably. So, but we got this is serious. These are examples right here.
Well, and actually, the late night comics had a
really
really good time with it.
And the people really don't know. The Democratic Party is sticking with they are going to, even though they don't pay any attention to it. I mean, they're the most uncivil people on the face of this earth. You know, if you're a Nazi, if you don't agree with them, you kill children. If you're going to be an executioner of small children if you stop health care. You're going to destroy the lives of millions if you vote against health care, which, since the health care isn't even in effect yet, it's just costing money. If you stop the costing of the money, the people are still, okay, the people that they say aren't going to get treated are treated by law to begin with. You know, but they're going to shut down emergency rooms if the law goes into effect. Emergency rooms get shut down. So guess who's not going to get treated? Yeah, and then and so it's ridiculous. But right now, basically to stop the violence in our country caused by Sarah Palin, the Tea Party, the Republican Party, and Fox News, the Democrats to ban the use of the alphabet. There are too many words
Are you serious? Come on,
no, they're very serious. They are basically going to ban. They said every school kid in the country is dancing on the table when they found out that we're going to, you know,
we're going to change the alphabet.
We're going to change the alphabet. We're going to change the dictionary. We're going to root out all of these words that are improper to be saying in this modern era.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which basically means you're going to have a piece this thick of words that are left that aren't improper.
Mm-hmm.
But for instance, if the letter A might be used
To say, attack!
oh God, that's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is that really that bad?
It's that bad.
They were going to get rid of all those military sounding words, right?
B, bomb.
But you know, people use bomb all the time and say, well, that's the bomb.
No.
Like, that's hot, that's the bomb.
I heard last night when the comic said, well, at least I'm happy with the fact they're never going to be able to say bomb again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I bombed a lot in my, I forgot, I've said it twice, and he basically brought out tape and put over his mouth. They said, well, why the tape over his mouth? Because they said the censor said, he's just going to say too many. We can't take the chance that he'll say an improper word. And then our president will shut our network down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how, and then last night I was watching too on one of the shows, they gave one of the Democratic hypocrites, well, this is ridiculous. I mean, nobody's going to pay any attention to it. So the guy on one of the posts on one show gave the woman a cell phone and said, here is the phone number of the head of CNN News. Mm-hmm. And call him up and tell him what you just said, and she refused to do it. Because they absolutely are supporting all of this, folks. This is not, Republicans are not taking it seriously. The one thing, the guy representative from Tennessee who is a loony, who compares everybody to Nazis, that doesn't agree with the Democratic Party, he did say if you don't pay attention to what's going on, they do slip things in under the radar. And this is Democrats they're sticking it in under the grounds of it's so ridiculous it can't happen. Mm-hmm. Anybody remember health care, which was dead, and in 2 weeks the bill was passed? In 2 weeks they couldn't get it done, and in 2 weeks the Democrats rammed it through illegally.
How does that happen?
Yeah, but we got C could be for crash.
Crash?
Remember, crash your car into a crowd?
Now what is wrong
Crash your
with that?
plane into a building?
What is wrong with that?
Crash because it has the denotations of being violent. Well, the next one is what you say. The next few are simple. So
D is for destruction.
yes, you cannot say we are going to destruct the bill that the president passed. We're going to, or as the senator from Virginia, I'm going to blow up his bill. Mm-hmm. And then he shot the thing with a shotgun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a no-no. Or, well, that brings us to E for explosion.
Yeah! But how could that be explosion? Because you talk about explosion for so many different things.
I know. The Big Bang explosion that created the universe, which means scientists are no longer going to be able to talk about the creation. You're exploding one atom to get this and to get that. Which means, well, Democrats don't believe in nuclear power anyway. So
what's another way to call it explosion? Oh.
There is no other way to call it explosion. Now remember, anything that has any anagram, the meaning the same is also banned.
Synonym. Well, part of it is, aren't they preparing like a handbook to tell people?
A handbook. They're preparing a handbook to give people, before they come on the shows, to tell the people what words are inappropriate. Mm-hmm. But remember, for every, basically there are anagrams for every word that you say in the alphabet, and those anagrams would have to be banned. You cannot say explode in another form because it means the very same thing. If it means the same thing, it's also a banned word.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Next word. F is for fragged. Like, what's like fragment?
Yeah, you fragment people.
Is that what fragged is?
That's what frag is. You basically toss a grenade into an officer's tent that you don't like. It's fragmentation grenade goes like this. Fragging is a thing. It's a means of it's also what they kill people with, and landmines is fragmentation mines, and so fragged. I mean, this shows you how easy it is for so you have to write F off because there's too many words you can use under F. And the G is one. The G basically, the Democrats are really pissed off about this one. I mean, yeah. Obama, it was good when it was working for Obama. Now it's bad that it's not working for Obama. Garbage in, garbage out.
But they've been talking about that for years when it comes to computers.
I know, but now it's a dirty word because Obama no longer can make the internet work for him. Oh. So basically, they're trying to right now force Comcast to agree to a thing, but they have to agree to net neutrality for 7 years, which means they give Obama the leverage to basically shut the internet down. Only those people that the American people can trust to fairly handle the internet would be allowed to handle it, which means people that Obama support. But the H is a good one.
H is for hellish?
Hellish.
What is that?
Hell is a bad place to go to, so
But
therefore
hellish?
hellacious is basically
Delicious, like delicious?
No, it's hellacious. That is a hellacious event. That was a hellacious event where those six people were killed and 12 wounded. A hellacious event. You cannot say that word because a connotation of evil. Basically, I is for ignorant.
What is wrong with being ignorant?
Because all Republicans and Tea Party members are ignorant.
Yeah.
And therefore, you must shut the ignorance out. So, I can't help it. Just a pamphlet, folks. These are just a few examples. You can add a million words to it. That's why you cannot have these letters. Your alphabet can no longer be used, which means we no longer can. Speech will end with this generation. Then another one.
J is for jerk.
Yeah. And you know how nasty that word can be.
Ooh.
Because you know how it hurts people's feelings to say they're jerks.
So
the Obama administration, Democrats don't believe that you should hurt a Democrat's feelings.
By calling him a jerk?
Yeah.
What if they deserve it?
That doesn't make any difference. It's a banned word. But the next one, we know this was a meanie.
The kill word. Ooh.
K is for kill.
Ooh.
Kill that bill. Kill that project. Kill this, kill that. It just leads to people, you know, when you say, I'm going to kill, you know, my opponent, you know, on the video game, and your opponent is a figure that's basically, you know, a toy, it's a game figure, that's going to be banned because it's politically incorrect. They're already making people remove kill from games and from spots on television.
That's horrible.
It kills bad odor in the air. It kills germs in your mouth. Those words are being banned right now. They are being banned, folks.
That's horrible.
Remember, the advertising agencies tend to be owned by the Democrats. This is a good one. For all of you people out there, most of the money in this nation is controlled by the Democratic Party, not by the Republicans. If you're helping a business, you're generally helping a business run by Democrats. There's not a whole lot of business in this nation owned and operated by Republicans. The little business guys tend to be Republican. The big business guys almost all tend to be Democrats. So, this is another word because it hurts people's feelings.
Loser.
Remember, the guy that basically did the shooting in Tucson had been called a loser so much that he rebelled against being called a loser. So, don't call him loser. Then here's one of the most evil words in the language to the Democratic Party.
Money.
I mean, if you have
money.
I heard last night Obama once again that I'm not opposed to you. He shows how pro-business. I'm not opposed to you making money, but there should be a limit to how much money you should make, and you should share the wealth with others. Money is an evil word to the Democratic Party. Of course, they're spending $1 billion for the next presidential election. They're spending $250 million for ad campaigns for the union, but I don't think they're calling that money, though. They're just spending, and for a Democrat, spending is perfectly acceptable. Then this is another nasty word.
Nuclear.
Yeah, and it's for nuclear.
They're not just talking about nuclear power, are they?
No, but he went off like a nuclear bomb. That's what they said about the guy in Tucson. You know, we're going to, you know, nuclear this, nuclear that, basically. The nucleus, all the things that involved, nuclear basically means like the center of attention. It's like nuclear. It's basically a common word that's been used since the days of the Greek, nuclear. But that's going off because the Democrats don't believe in nuclear or anything, and it also can be used as a you know, he went off like a nuclear explosion and killed people everywhere. Well, then they figure, well, that alone incites people. Oh, that one too is another one.
Obnoxious.
Oh yeah, but basically, you can't use the O word because you got that. You know, they're obstinate. You know, all kinds of words under O. Obnoxious is just one of the many reasons why you have to ban the letter O, because There's a lot of obnoxious Democrats out there, and if you say obnoxious to them, you hurt their feelings. And then this one, you know, this is.
Now what is wrong with that? This is.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
Now what can be so wrong with a pen?
Because you can write something with you can write the truth with a pen, and you can't stop the written word from getting out.
Yeah, but writing utensil, I mean, it sounds so ridiculous.
It goes back to the foundation of journalism has always been the pen is mightier than the sword. That remember that you know, it only takes one person to start a revolution. If that was you put out the pamphlet, and the pamphlet is read by one person, it's read going to another, going to another. Even William Randolph Hearst said that with the one stroke of the pen, I can start a world war. That's you gotta have to use the pen is banned, folks. And then you go actually all your penitentiaries in that area too. And you know the Democrats don't think that anybody should be ever incarcerated. The only people that should be incarcerated are those people that are not giving it to the people that want it. Those should be the people that are incarcerated. Actually, we could incarcerate and go back into I too. So, and then Q is another one. That's the journalism.
Q. Question.
Yeah, you do not question authority. I heard a great big thing last night, an hour, about the fact that that too many people are questioning authority.